have it. We got another one loaded. We take the hooks up front, just put them in the hole. Just put the bungee up so they're not jungling around while we're going down the road. But another 4-pack. These are going to Louisiana. Shouldn't be too bad of a run. This one's a little bit tighter than the last one. Probably could have snugged the other one up a little bit more, but should be all right. It puts us right at the back. So, all in all, not too bad. Still, the yard's still getting full. It's always kind of thinning out a little bit again. But dang, lights on inside. I don't feel like crawling up there. Let's do some paperwork and button this up. Talk to the manufacturers about that too. Flip this around quick. So I talked to the manufacturers about them welds on that tank and stuff, and they're going to argue with it on it and say it's it's the way it's mounted. It can't be mounted. It can't be mounted to the truck apparently. They claim that your frame flexes so much that it's ripping the welds. Well, if you look at the welds, they're not ripped at all. They're not even biting on the angle. So, and if a frame flexed that much, I mean, your fifth wheel hitch would be in pieces. Your body mounts are rubber, but they're still pretty rigid. And you'd have crinkled doors, and you'd have doors hitting, and the welds would have like a shear effect coming up. There's no shear effect on them at all. It's just a shit weld. Their fix was, I can take the tank off and ship it back, which remember, this took months to get. So I can ship it back and they'll fix the welds. I'm not doing that. I told them that's ridiculous. It's the only auxiliary tank we're using, and this is how we make money. It's not an option. So I'll just get them welded up myself. I'm not gonna deal with them again and wait months and months and months for that to get fixed and get sent back. They said they would expedite it, and it would take around 2 weeks. 2 weeks to put 3 welds on? Come on, guys. I told them, I said, this could all be alleviated if you do a full weld on that angle, and for as big as the tank it is, it only has those 2 mounting points anyways. The other tank that I had on was a small tank, and that had 4 mounting points. So it's not a flexing and twisting thing. It's 40 gallons of heavy diesel oil back there on rough roads with that load, pulling up and down, the load of that fuel. You hit a big bump and that fuel wants to jump up and stress on them brackets. So I think that's what, and with the shit welds, they just let loose. And once those 2 back ones let loose, you could see that front one was a better weld, and that one actually ripped the angle. So all that weight pulling, it just starts to teeter, and then it just pulls on that. They're claiming if I had rubber in there, it would have done it anyways. So we're gonna get that taken care of, but it didn't quite fit in the schedule for this weekend with the kids and stuff, and I had to get them out on the boat and spend a little bit of quality time with them. So we'll get her fixed. She ain't going nowhere. I think once we fix it, we're gonna keep we're going to keep them straps on around the top just for insurance, because like I said, that upward motion when you're hitting some of these, I mean, I've hit some like straight up launches coming onto these bridges where it's insane. You know, the road's heaved up and nobody's caught it yet or nothing, and you hit that thing and it's holy hell, hang on, you know. But we're all loaded up. Let's get on the road, finish out our clock for the day, and I'll see how far we get. We're going down by Lafayette, Louisiana. It's a little bit southwest of Baton Rouge, I think it is. So we got a little bit of a run, a little over 1,000 miles. So, but let's get out of the yard. It's 87 degrees. I'm tired of working. Well, it's Tuesday morning. Midday now, I guess. We made it to Illinois last night. I don't remember the town. We are in Matthews, Missouri right now. If you guys do transport, you know it's a good hot spot to get some cheap fuel. I think we got her for, pump price said $4.99, but I know we got it cheaper than that because we got 50 something gallons and we saved over $65 getting that fuel. We're pulling out of the TA right now. Of course, there's a guy coming in the exit. Ain't nothing that fucks anything up besides dumb truck drivers. Coming in the exit, so the truck coming up behind him can't get around. He can't get in the exit when I'm coming out the exit. There's not enough room for him to turn. I don't know what these guys think sometimes, but everything seems to be going pretty decent. The load's not shifting or anything like that. And just topped off some AC. Apparently she's got a little leak somewhere. I don't know. I can't find it. She was starting to ice up a little bit. And we're getting warm. It's 96 degrees here right now. But we should be down to delivery tonight. We'll offload these in the morning. And as of right now, we have a 2000 Ford Excursion, gasser, not a diesel, to take up to Nebraska, which that paid $1,000, and the company gets 20% of that, so I get $800 for that one. And then I'm waiting to see on another vehicle if apparently brokers want to move cars, but they don't want to respond to text or phone calls. So we're waiting to hear back from them. I'll give them a little bit more if they don't answer. There's a Tesla that's going up to Omaha. So we'd have 2 picks, 2 stops. So that one's paying like $850. The company gets a little bit out of that, but it's not the best reloads, but it's something. It's better than nothing. You know, when you're doing single pulls, you're going back empty majority of the time. So it's better than nothing. It pays for the fuel, and it'd be another 5-day week, you know. So I can't complain. I think this one, this load paid, it was 1,000.
Load of gold, and he's gonna preload for me.
It was 1,000 something miles, like 1,040 miles or something like that. I paid like $3,500. So if we make $1,400, $1,400 on top of that, you know, that's what, 46, 47. Say $4,600 minus fuel. It's not bad. So we're just going to keep on plugging along here. We're in Missouri. We got no overhang, so it should be all right. But didn't even made a little flubber when I was looking at loads. I didn't even think about how close I was to Texas. I probably could have got some boats. Our dispatcher mentioned that he probably could find some boats going up that way, but we'll change it up a little bit. So once we get down closer, we'll touch base, see what this dealership looks like. I usually do, when I get dispatched out, I will pull the address up on Google Maps and get an aerial view what this thing looks like. Just so I have an idea. When you're pulling up to these dealerships, you don't know which driveway goes where or what's the best driveway to come in. And, you can call them and they'll say, oh, they all come in this driveway. Okay, well, it's fine and dandy if you got a single pole and you unhook, and once you unhook, you can just zip that thing right around and come out. I don't have that option, so it's kind of nice. So this one I pulled up, and it looks like it's a Gander. It used to be a Gander store and a Camping World right next to each other, which is all combined into one. So they have two pretty big driveways and a third smaller one. So we got plenty of spots to tuck away there for the night, and it's always nice to know that. So then that way you can be ahead of the game and pull in, get lined up. You know which ways work coming in and out, and keep yourself out of getting in a bind. So we'll touch base when we get down there. So let's talk for a minute about this broker. I got an email back, so mind you, on the board they have the broker's name is Ship Auto Now LLC. I'll call them out, I don't care. They have it on the board, a 2014 Range Rover going from Louisiana to I think it's Sioux Falls, South Dakota. They have it on the board for $1,200. So I sent that over to dispatch. It's that second car we're trying to get to go along with this excursion. Then I can stop in Nebraska. It's like northeast Nebraska where this excursion goes. I can stop, drop that off, and then just continue up, drop that Range Rover off, and then boom, shoot across Minnesota, and I'm back in Wisconsin. So they have it on the board for $1,200. Can't get nothing back from them for hours. They don't respond. Finally, they respond, and they respond with we have somebody that we have a quote for $900. If you can do it for less than that, we'll give it to you right now. Why do you have a quote for $900 if you have it on the board for $1,200? So some poor sap thinks he's got that load right now, and they're not even taking it off the load board yet. Just letting it hang out there and seeing who will bite and do it cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, so they can keep getting greedier and greedier and greedier. So at that point, my dispatcher sent it over. He said, hey, here's what they said. If we can do it for less than $900, they'll give it to us. And I told him to tell them to go pound sand. All right, we found a little smoother spot. So, yeah, it's $900, but if that's how that broker is, I don't even want to haul for him. Some guy's probably sitting there just waiting on the paperwork for that load, and they just want to keep taking hundreds off of that load just to do nothing. Yeah, you should get something for being the broker, a little bit, but you don't need to take half the money. That's ridiculous. So I told them, go pound sand. I'll find something else. You know, if they've got that many people that they're claiming are bidding on a load that they're driving the price down, it shouldn't be sitting on the load board for days then. So, and as of right now, it's still sitting on the board. I'm sure that customer is going to love that broker when they don't get that car moved for weeks. So, just wanted to touch on that. If you run into brokers that are just don't haul for them, I'll run these sons of bitches right out of business. Don't haul for them. You know, there's no reason for that. When everything's so expensive out here, we're bearing all the cost. We're doing all the work. You know, it's not worth it. We'll let them run themselves out of business. There's plenty of other freight to move. So, just wanted to touch on that. And, we're going to keep on cruising here and see if we can find something else to go with that SUV. Well, we made it. Because, like I said, it's nighttime. Everything's still looking good. Everything's lit up nice. Nothing really moved. Didn't really have to tighten any straps down. I just left those on. Screw it. I'm not climbing in there, nothing, having to say anything happened. So I think it rode pretty good. It I was a little worried about how close it was with this trailer bouncing, if that was going to come down or not and hit that handle, but didn't budge. These trailers, every single one of these, they taped the lights up underneath. It's kind of an asinine. All of them are letting loose. See? Why would you tape it with duct tape? Like, you think that's gonna hold? I don't know why they just didn't put a P-clamp underneath there and just grab the wiring harness. It's kind of like that, just hanging down, you know. No big deal. But so there's the Camping World, and this is the old Gander building. Looks like they don't even use it. So nice wide open lot. It's kind of, I came in the second driveway, which is up there, and then we just came down here and then looped up in there and then backed up here. Nice. Another benefit of looking online, getting the layout of the lot. So we're going to be going in, I bet, right there, if not even unloading out here. You know, I wouldn't mind it. Just push them right off and have them come out with a forklift or something. That'd be kind of cool. But because online, that did look pretty tight back there with campers scattered everywhere. But no big deal. We'll find out in the morning. So as of right now, all we have is that one SUV going up to Nebraska, and that other car still on the board, $1,200. So obviously they ain't moving it. They're just trying to jip people. They probably didn't even have anybody doing it for $900. They're just trying to be greedy. Well, screw them. I ain't dealing with that. Sounds like problems anyways. If that's how they are, you know dang well there's gonna be issues once you get it. So, but we'll check the board. We'll see in the morning and see if anything pops up. kind of go up along that way, make a little extra money. They had they got an F-350. It's paying $1,300 going right up to Minnesota. I don't know. I'm kind of hesitant on it. It's quite a bit of weight. That's another 9,000 pounds. Said it was a single wheel, but they did list must have winch. So with this first one possibly being goofy, may have to jump it, may have to winch it, and that one being possible winch job as well. And that would probably be my second pickup. So that would mean I would have to offload it in Nebraska and then re-winch it back on again to go up to Minnesota. A lot of dicking around. I don't know. I'll sleep on it. We'll think about it. But it's a lot of weight. So if that's 9,000 pounds and that SUV, it's a gasser, but I'm willing to assume it's all of 6 or 7. That'd be a pretty heavy load, considering these campers are 6,000 pounds, and I could probably offset it if I take that big F-350 and hanger on the dovetail, kind of pick up some of that weight from that SUV. I'd be able to offset that weight a little bit, but I don't know yet. But other than that, not a bad ride. I've never seen so many damn cops in my life. There was 12 cops in the last 20 miles. I don't know what the deal is. They must hit this road hard. We're off that highway right there. I believe that's I-10. And well, I don't know, man. They're hitting it hard tonight. They're hitting people. People must cruise down that road, but they're everywhere. It's hotter than snot. It's, what is it right now? It's at 76. Yeah, it says it's 76 down here, but it is muggier than a son of a gun. So offloading these, I'm sure we'll lose a couple miles tomorrow.